What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another late night in the BrewLab with me, Lone Fox, your brewmaster in chief. And tonight, in the BrewLab, I'm coming at you with another mono black deck, but I'm trying to go a little different with this one. I took some ideas. It was actually the very first brew that I put up during early access was mono black with the Archfiend of the Dross, the new 4-drop. Took some ideas from that deck and then fused it with some ideas that I picked up in the Toxic Proliferate deck, and seeing if we can do a similar thing but in mono black. So, without further ado, let's jump into tonight's brew, simply called Scheming. And that is because we're running a full playset of this Scheming Aspirant. 2 mana, 1/3, which is actually pretty nice. Like, even if you don't, play it straight away, or because it is one of our win cons, but you need to like first remove and destroy everything the opponent plays, and then kind of play them in the late game once you're ready to start proliferating. But if in a pinch you need to play one, it actually makes a fairly decent blocker against a lot of decks with the 3 toughness. So something to keep in mind. But whenever you do proliferate, each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. So a couple of these in play, a couple of proliferate triggers a turn, ends up stacking up pretty quickly. And we've got not so many ways of proliferating, unfortunately, that are good in black, but we do have some things. So let's start with the removal. There is lots of it, because as you know, mono black does not have a sweeper right now. So we have to rely on a lot of spot removal to keep the, a mono black deck that's trying to play kind of a control style safe from all these aggro decks. So we've got 3 cut downs. 2 March of Wretched Sorrow for the life gain, also for dealing with Planeswalkers. Amazing card, I still just love it. As a 2-of, I think it's perfect. It's that type of thing you top deck in the late game with 9 mana in battlefield and just like swing the game straight back in your favor. Kill their biggest thing and gain a bunch of life. Mwah! Then we've got 2 Anoint with Affliction. Gonna be better once we get corrupted. It's not the easiest deck to get it going, but it is the one of the win cons. There are many, but it is one of the win cons. We've got some of these cards that say the opponent gets a poison counter. The first one is Infectious Inquiry. The one that I didn't put in the Toxic Proliferate deck from a few days ago. You draw 2 cards, lose 2 life. Each opponent gets a poison counter. So a little bit of card draw. And, start applying those poison counters so that we can get to 3. And then, things like Anoint with Affliction start getting better. Then we've got Drowning Ichor 4-of, because it's the only other semi-decent black card that proliferates. And unfortunately, it can't deal with Sheoldred, but it can deal with many other things. And we need as many proliferate trigger things as we can in this color, and Drowning Ichor is one of them. So here it is as a full playset. But we do need to have some like instant speed stuff that can deal with Sheoldred. So later in the game, once we have corrupted, and onto the Affliction would be good. We've got 2 Go for the Throws. We've also got 2 Sheoldred's Edict, which has just been amazing. The March of Wretched Sorrow could also kill the Sheoldred. So quite a bit of ways of doing that. But it does not end there. We've also got a full playset of Vraska's Fall, which is coming back from the Esper deck from a few days back. Vraska's Fall is instant speed, 3 mana, which is a little bit expensive, but it's kind of like whatever. Your Hero's Downfall, your murder type of effects. But this one gets around a lot of the ward and things like that, because the opponent has to sacrifice it. So between Sheoldred's Edict and Vraska's Fall, we've got a lot of ways of dealing with that, and I like that it's creature or planeswalker, and this one you can specifically name planeswalkers. And it's just another way of putting poison counters. So there's 2 cards that do that, and 2 cards that proliferate, and the rest is just control, right? But if you're proliferating, I thought, like, why not just put all the other black planeswalkers that we have access to right now in the deck, because both of them kind of have win cons in them. I mean, Liliana's -6. Opponents usually scoop. We're okay discarding some stuff. We've got Takenumas. We've got so much removal. There may be some things that we just don't mind discarding, lands or whatever. And, you know, +1 and then proliferate, +1 and then proliferate. You get to 6 really quickly. So that's pretty nice, as well as it just being a good planeswalker all around. You know, with the sacrifice. Again, another weird thing that just gets the opponent to sacrifice a creature. Gets around things like Tamio Safekeeping and Tyvar Stand. Love it. And then Sorin, same thing. I mean, other than just being an amazing planeswalker, protects itself, gains you life with the lifelink key, gives you a little bit of a flying air force. You know, eventually you can get it to 7 quite easily in a proliferate deck. And then it's 13 damage to any target. You gain 13 life. That also often wins the game. But it doesn't end there. We've also still got, and this is where I said, you know, taking a few things from the previous version, we've got the Vraska Archfiend combo, which I love because it basically just never loses the oil counters on it. You just keep proliferating, put the oil counters on it, and then it never dies, and then you never lose the game. So your opponent has to remove it, or remove the thing that you're proliferating with, and you know, by the time they've done one or the other, you've probably attacked 2-3 times for 6 in the air. That also ends games pretty quickly. So yeah, lots of win cons. The Aspirants proliferate triggers, potentially just getting the opponent to Salty Scoop from a Liliana -6, a Sorin -7, an Archfiend attacking in the air, or just proliferating poison counters until the opponent dies from that. Should be pretty doable, especially because we can continue to proliferate with Vraska. She also acts as additional card draw alongside the Infectious Inquiry, and also can be removal. And then at some point, you can just like -9, get the opponent to 9 poison counters, and then the next turn just proliferate one more time. +1 her again, or cast a Drown on the Ichor, or cast another thing that gives a poison counter. Pew! Game over. In the mana base, we got 1 Mirrex, just to make some more toxic if it's potentially also another alternate win con, some Mishra's Foundries as well. 2 Takenumas to bring back our many planeswalkers, and 19 Swamps. That's the deck. Let's jump into some games. See how it performs on the Platinum ladder. By the way, as you are watching this, I'm going to be flying in the air. Yeah, my flight's tomorrow morning, and then yeah, I basically spent a full 24 hours flying, so I'm gonna just try and pre-record this so I can release it on YouTube while I'm in the airplane, and then I'll probably have a 1-day break while I land in my house and just get settled in and jet lag and all those things, and then I'll get back to it as soon as possible. So please bear with me over the next couple of days. Not amazing, but doable. Some early removal. Hopefully we draw a 3rd land. Start applying those poison. Been running into just more and more mono red. Like, I thought mono red would just die out because of things like Obliterator and Vindicator, but speak of the devil. Bye-bye. Okay. The March of Wretched Sorrow, very good here, obviously. It'd be nice to draw another land. So I can play Aspirant. Baby, baby. Now we can block a few things. People don't often play the Fable, but I guess if he was trying to do stuff with the Vindicated, the Flamestoker guy, having more non-creatures than just play with Fire and Lightning Strike could be pretty good. Nice. Aspirant, keeping things under tap. If he swings though, I won't block, because that's a play with fire in hand. That's a bit disappointing. So, I think we just do a massive march on something. Let's see what he plays. Will he play with fire in my face? Yeah. That's fine. That's cool. I think I'll block. And then if he puts a spell on the stack, like play with fire, then I'll March of Sorrow the creature that I'm blocking. If he doesn't put a spell on the stack, wow, third Fable. Are you kidding me with this crap? Cool. So then I think I'm going to go for the Kiki Jiki. Oh, come on, man. Give me a break. Third Fable. Fine. You go face, or do you not go face? Maybe I should have gone for the Kiki Jiki there. Lack of a black sweeper just is making it impossible to play black against aggro decks like mono raiders right now. It's just too difficult. Even if we top deck Sheoldred now, it's Lightning Strike. Okay, that's very obnoxious. Okay, that's the fourth land in a row. Thanks, deck. Thank you. Really needed that right there and then on my first match of the night. Streamer's Curse, everybody. It's a thing. Look it up. Flood, flood, flood. No card draw. Hopefully not mono red again. I mean, I think I've played like 5 matches against mono red tonight. It's really quite obnoxious. Okay, Archfiend making me confident. On the play too, pretty nice. Nice. Liliana. Hello. Then we still get to hold up with cut down.
Happy free to help, but I'm taking the
Bye.
credit when we win. Off you go.
So book.
Drop it.
I guess he's got another Mondrak. I don't know why he would have just played that on turn 4 without like a way of saving it. Seems a bit strange. Ooh. Haste. We block with the Mishra's Foundry. Yeah. It's pretty nasty. Hey, the fact that it's got Toxic 3 and Haste is pretty nasty. But probably just pile of trash. Opponent? Anybody there?
Don't overthink things.
Oh, it's playing all the crappy toxic cards. Let's see if he's got removal.
I'm tired of your secrets.
I guess we have to attack. Now he has to choose. Nice. Really? How'd you do that?
I'll be back with friends.
Mate, that's the second game in a row like that. I mean, he needs to draw removal now. The Archfiend got us there in the end. 7. Wow. Floodfest. Alright, alright. How many lands are in the deck? I'm fairly certain it's just my usual 24. I wonder if Mono Black will get a sweeper in the next set. I think it's a needed component. Since Meatuk's gone, I can't play like Dimir control effectively. I can't really play, you know, Mono Black control. Fortunately, Orzhov is still an option because yeah. Raven Belmont. Sure. Sure. Why not? There is another 1 mana instant speed black card that just says -1/-1 to target creature and proliferate. But it's just not enough. Like, I guess it's fairly decent against, like, ooh, what? Talia. Ooh. Mono black, but probably just the usual bollocks. Where's your bank buster? Come on. Or is it gonna be your tenacious underdog? People have been suggesting I move my camera. I was thinking about here. Then you can't see my gorgeous pet. Edict. Edict is good. We've still got Vraska's Fall for Sheoldred, so I'm going to go for the card draw. Now we've got March for Sheoldred, so that's okay. Invoke Despair. Ooh. If he does that next turn, I'm gonna anoint that freaking card. Yes, please. Bye-bye. Getting a nice march ready here. I'm surprised we haven't been hit with Invoke yet. There it is. Heyo. Now he's obviously drawn another 2 of them. Cut down. No. I guess he would rather keep the cut down for Mishra's Foundry. Invoke Despair, number 2. Oh. I was kind of hoping for a creature. He could kill his own Sheoldred to stop me gaining the life. Oh, sweet. Let's roll out an Archfiend. I mean, it's anyway gonna get killed. Go for the throat. There you go. I won't swing with my Mishra's Foundry yet. Whee! That's fun. That's 7 life. Unfortunately.
Better stone than flesh.
Now we get hit with the Invoke Despair. Or he just has another Sheoldred's Edict. Mono Black is just bonkers, man. Like, it just keeps getting upgrades. And they got the Obliterator now as another 4-drop. And the Dross Fiend. Like, I'm just trying to do something different here. But like just the normal... Oh wow, he even had the Downfall.
Ours is just cause.
So we drown in Ichor, the Glutton. Okay. Dude, again. Yes! They always have it. One Invoke Despair and we're dead. I guess we can turn on the Mishra, I mean the Mirrex, and sack a token. Okay. Replace Shelly. We have Corrupted. We exile Shelly. Bye. Dude, he's got another one. Okay. Wow. Hee hee. We got him on the run. Oh no. Oh no. You absolute ass. Yes. 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 Ladies and gentlemen, that is how you win against Mono Black. Oof, baby. So many of these creatures now are just tough to remove. The Flesh Gorger there would have cost me 7 life. I had no way to do it. But you just bust out your sacrifice spells and bye-bye. That was glorious. Rust monster. Sure. Nice. Our Archfiend should be able to stand up to their inevitable... What's the... The 3-mana thing they always play. The new one. There it is. Good luck attacking through a Dross Fiend. Archfiend of the Dross. You have to attack with these Archfiends. Even though they do make good blockers, like... I could have maybe played a second one there. I'm happier this way. Had to know that was coming. I think Archfiend is gonna save the day once again. Don't really see how you're gonna get around that, mate. Bye-bye. Didn't even have to attack. Wow, the Archfiend is bursted. Alright, alright. I kind of just really want to get a game where we win with the alternate win con of the Aspirant. The Scheming Aspirant. I mean, the whole deck was named after the damn guy. But we do have time for one more match. Maybe we'll get that in the end. I did get a good couple of those in testing. In unranked, but with the Scheming Aspirant down and just proliferating and just gaining a bunch of life, it was freaking glorious. So I'm really hoping to get at least one like that tonight. Salsiccia Furiosa. An Italian compatriot. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I'll take it. Vraska's fall makes me feel comfortable. Also the Archfiend. Oh baby, yes. Let's wait. Very nice. Now that my cut down doesn't work. Very nice. Slimy fellow, that one. Hello. Rending Flame will do it with the Warfare in play. Plus Lightning Strike. Okay, cool. Use up all your burn spells. See if I care. That was not good. We needed another land for the... Ah! You slimy little fellow. And we're dead. Mono red, man. Just... It's so tough to beat right now. Like, it's so consistent. It's one of the best decks in the format, I think. Like, in best of 1 and in best of 3. There was tournament results. I mean, now, like, I think with the new cards, like, in best of 3 especially, I've seen some shifts in the meta. There's this Atraxa deck that's making the rounds, like, kind of domain 4-color deck. And then there's mono white mid-range is back. It was already, like, tier 1 before, and now it's just, like, even better. The new Wandering Emperor Planeswalker is bonkers. I can't wait to showcase that deck, actually. That may be the first thing we do. Aspirant. I guess I could have attacked there. Very nice. Just this Archfiend coming in hot every time. I guess one more plane on the laydown arms. Borrows, huh? Wasn't expecting that. Zoink! Ow! Ah! Let's go full aggro. He has to block something. Goes down to 2. And dice. Man, this Dross Fiend guy is just bonkers. Alright guys, I wish we could have actually had a Vraska in play and done some proliferate shenanigans, but I'm afraid I've gone well over my time, and we are going to have to call it a night as far as gameplay footage is concerned, but you'll have to take it from me. It is in there as a win con, and as you saw, sometimes the Aspirant is just a okay body to get in the way of things while you set up. So jumping back into the deck with my final thoughts and overall review. Interesting new way of playing mono black. I think like something like this, but just had like a sweeper. Any freaking sweeper would be a lot better, because we're only really relying on one creature to be like super important in the early game. Turn 4 is still pretty early. And if we have to sweep our own Archfiend, fine. Because it's, you know, maybe we haven't found a way to proliferate and we're going to die from it anyway or something like that. So I'm okay with having a sweeper in a deck like this. It will be phenomenal, because then the real workhorses are the planeswalkers. We didn't even see Sorin. Weird how the shuffler handed those matches. I mean, that was 5 matches, I think, and didn't get to really see any of our planeswalkers in action. But still a very good win rate, so I'm happy. Just goes to show the power of black right now, regardless. You don't even need to be playing your Invoke Despair nonsense. And as you saw, we even beat an Invoke Despair player. So, pretty happy with the brew. Key takeaways: Mirrex, epic. Archfiend of the Dross, incredible. But that is going to be it for tonight's gameplay footage, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. We've had a nice little spike in subscribers over the last few days, so thank you to all the new subscribers. Welcome to the BrewLab. I will be seeing you all probably the day after tomorrow with another fresh brew. And until then, this is Lone Fox from the BrewLab, signing out. Peace, y'all.